Hello everyone and welcome back to the Shadowlands pre-launch event in World of Warcraft. We have now shifted over to the character that I was maining in 8.3 on the Alliance side, the separate playthrough you guys saw, my Demon Hunter. Though what's going on with his never mind. It's rendering in. There's stuff rendering in. Hold on. The game needs a moment to load stuff in. But yeah, this is the Demon Hunter that I use going through Heroic and even Mythic Ny'alotha, because you can see here, a lot of this stuff here is either on the equivalent of Mythic Ny'alotha or Mythic plus 15 dungeons, or rather, the stuff you would get in a weekly chest for doing at least a 15 plus Mythic dungeon. So, 130s, this stuff used to be 475 gear. So this is the most geared character I have. He ended up being 479 before the pre-patch, so he was the most geared character I had. So I doubt anything that Nathanos drops or anything that Argent stuff is going to drop is going to be good for this guy. It's more so meant for alts that I didn't get to really take time to gear, since Blizzard is well aware that one of our biggest gripes was that our alts had a difficult time getting geared. So, as Stormwind tries to render in here, I will point out that this time on the Alliance side of things, it was not Valera that reached out to us. It was actually Matthias Shaw. Champion, a matter of great urgency has arisen, one that requires your immediate attention. Due to the sensitive nature of recent events, I must withhold further details until we meet. We have much to discuss. King Greymane and I await your arrival at Lion's Rest. Master Matthias Shaw. Not surprised. I mean, this is Matthias Shaw we're talking about. I mean, I did mention that wouldn't be surprise me. Why is my guy just going... Look at that. Look at how he's walking. Don't mind that. That's just one of my friends who probably was not aware that I started recording a vid. So I just want to let her know before she starts saying things and, doesn't go, oh gosh, I'm sorry.
How could I let this happen?
Oh gosh, look at how many players are starting to render in here. See, like on the Horde side, I would like to show you all the NPCs that are here for this, but the players are kind of getting in the way. Like, Chandris is here, Talia's here, of course Greymane's here, Whitemane is here, and Shaw is here. Now, that's interesting because, remember, we saw Nazgrim and Orgrimmar, and it was like, well, of course, Nazgrim here, he was part of the Horde. Now, look, I get Whitemane's a human, but just because she's a human doesn't mean she was part of the Alliance. I doubt there are people on the Alliance that actually like Whitemane, because she was part of the Scarlet Crusade. Look, I'm just saying, if I start to hear some Alliance people be like, you know what, the Scarlet Crusade wasn't that bad, I'm going to start stabbing some people. I'm just saying. Like I've said before, I think the Scarlet Crusade is worse than the Scourge. Probably not as bad as the Twilight's Hammer, but they're very close. So, I mean, look, I guess now because Whitemane is a human, she's now part of the Ebon Blade. Okay, we'll accept her in, but let's not just all of a sudden be like, hey, we're going to completely forget about the stuff that you were a part of with the Scarlet Crusade. But of course, the others are here because, well, no doubt we're about to see the trailer again to reinforce that, oh yeah, Talia was with Jaina when she was taken, and of course Chandris was with Tyrande when Tyrande was going to be taken, but then Tyrande just straight up killed those Forsworn that showed up to take her. And of course, well, we know what happened to Anduin, because we're going to see it again here. I knew you would not hesitate to answer the call. I will be brief. The very heart of the Alliance is under attack. The undead scourge is swarming in numbers not seen since the return of Arthas Menethil. Amidst the chaos, something terrible has happened. What I am about to share with you has not been revealed to our allies. They will be told in due time, but I need to speak to you directly before word gets out. Allow me to explain. It's worth noting that, of course, he's saying this because, remember, Nazgrim is in Orgrimmar. Whitemane is here. The Knights of the Ebon Blade are once again, just like back in Wrath, are going to be working, and coordinating with both the Alliance and the Horde, just like the Arch and Crusade are, because forget this political faction stuff. We have a bigger threat in our hands and we need to work together. That's basically what they told them in Wrath, even though it failed. But that's what they're going to be trying to do here. And Bolvar is going to be one to show up and be like, hey, enough. Stop it. You know?
The Alliance must...
What happened, Greymane? The Banshee's accursed shadow hangs over us all. She will pay for what she's done. What has she done? Pray tell me.
My people...
Seize this power for herself. Instead, she has done the unthinkable. Now, she will come for them all. To finish what she started. And break all who opposed her. Azeroth together will be in her sights.
Yoink!
No! Sylvanas!
Why didn't I do something?
Our end begins.
I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. I think back to when this first came out and the jokes that came out of that one segment alone. Anduin just getting yoinked. Save the princess. Oh my gosh, that was way too funny. And yeah, Greymane got a lot of flack in that cutscene. Like, why did he just stand there and watch it happen, you know? But at the same time, I find myself thinking, what could he have actually done? I mean, what, leap at them as a worgen as they're flying it high in the air? But then again, people are like, well, why didn't... Stormwind's got these Griffin Riders flying around. They're supposed to help protect the city. Why didn't they immediately come over? Like, look, see those guys up there? Where were they when that happened? Why didn't they fly by and try to, attack them or shoot them down before they attacked Anduin? Shouldn't they have been circling this area as he's out and about to see his, to see Varian's grave here? Why did he just go out here with just Greymane and his horse, I like that some players, like one guy just slapped Greymane, like, you idiot! By the way, Talia, I cannot wait to talk to you, because, about your father. But anyways, first, let's chat with Greymane.
All I do for Gilneas.
We must find a way to rescue Anduin and the others, but in this moment, the safety of our citizens and our allies is our highest priority. As such, I have reached out to those experienced in dealing with threats of this nature. The Scourge's unbound hunger has been unleashed. It is only a matter of time before those monsters swarm our streets. We need expertise in dealing with this menace. The Death Knights of the Ebon Blade have stepped forward to aid us, but even they can't do this alone. The Argent Crusade has answered the call. I need you to work with them to keep our people safe, Nixidin. I have sent word of your arrival to their commander. He awaits you at their camp, just inside the city gates.
We will have justice for the fallen.
These abductions, the Scourge attacks. The Banshee will pay for what she's done. By Elun's fury, we will bring her to justice.
Right now, I don't give a damn about justice. I just want to find where she's taken our friends. King Greymane, what's the plan?
We'll get them back, Talia. I swear to you, we'll save them all.
The Ebon Blade has extracted the Lich, the High Lord, from the battle in Icecrown. He is recovering in Acheris.
I pray he can help us find answers. Without that cursed helm, the Scourge are running rampant. We'll need the help of the Argent Crusade to stem the tide of the undead.
If anyone can figure out how this all fits together, it's Bolvar.
Did you say Bolvar? Bolvar Fordragon? That's my father. Is he alive?
Talia, I will explain. But we can't afford to let our guard down. Not with so much at stake.
So, you guys remember the conversation that we heard Anduin and Jaina have about this, right? At the end of BFA? They discussed this, about whether or not to tell Talia about Bolvar. Boy, are they gonna have some awkward looks on their faces when they find out that Talia found out like this. Because now Greymane has to be the one to pull her aside and be like, so, Talia, let me tell you a story about your father. Some years ago, we went to a place called Northrend. And he recaps the story even though he wasn't around for that story, but I'm sure he was told about it. Because, of course, remember, he was in Gilneas during that event. But then again, we have other people who were there, or, you know, I'm stumbling here, are more familiar with those events. So.
We owe much to the Alliance.
So, Talia,
Some action.
I was at the Lord Admiral's side when those monsters came for her. They struck fast. She could hardly cast a spell before their chains enveloped her. She fought all she could, but it wasn't enough. I couldn't stop them. But by the tides, I swear I will see this through, no matter where I have to go or what I have to face. Stay a while and listen. Let's hear what else they have to say.
Do this. All this time you knew my father was alive, but you didn't tell me.
It's not that simple, Talia. Your father was presumed lost at the Wrathgate. It wasn't until later that we learned the truth. Dragon's flame had saved his life, but scarred his flesh. And in an act of vengeance, Arthas Menethil captured and tormented.
The second Lich King, again, not Arthas.
Someone had to take up the mantle and keep the Scourge in check. Your father assumed that burden, knowing it would cost him everything. Tyrion Fordring swore to keep Bolvar's choice a secret. He made us take the same vow. We believed that knowing his fate would only bring you pain.
We? Anduin knew too, didn't he? The king told me story after story about my father as if he was some long-dead hero of the past. But the whole time, Anduin hid the truth.
Please forgive us, Talia. We honestly believed he was a casualty of war. That Bolvar Fordragon was truly gone to be forevermore the Lich King.
Well, you were wrong. Now I know my father is alive, free from that damned helm, and no matter what it takes, I will go to his side.
Talia, I don't think you have to worry about going to his side, because I'm pretty sure he's gonna come to us. in a couple of weeks when this expansion launches, I expect that either he's going to show up or he's going to send someone like perhaps Darien to be like, you all need to show up, come to Icecrown now. That's what I'm expecting in a couple of weeks. Chandris.
I never miss a shot.
It seems my mother was the only target who avoided capture. I should give thanks to Elune for such a blessing. Yes, my Mindo laid waste to the dark manifestations the Banshee sent for her. But the power she displayed, the ferocity that she unleashed, something about it was troubling. Interesting that she refers to Tyrande as her mother. I don't recall them ever saying that Chandris was her biological daughter. Is that new information that was just never revealed until now? She also calls her my Mindo. I wonder if that's the Elvish word for mother. This is news to me. Like, I honestly did not realize that Chandris was actually her daughter, if that apparently is what she's implying here. I'll have to recheck that, because I don't think they've ever actually said that, like, on camera in the game. Maybe it was in a book, possibly. One of the books I haven't read. I haven't read all the books. I've read some of the books, but not all of them yet. I'm working on it, but... That's an interesting little dynamic if it turns out Chandris is actually her daughter, even though she shares the name Feathermoon instead of, Stormrage or Whisperwind, but whatever. She knew there was a price to be paid for undertaking the ritual of the Night Warrior. With each day that passes, I fear the price will come due. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm concerned about. Like, her getting stronger, okay, but I still wonder how much of that is actually Tyrande. Like, I'm really serious about that. I just do wonder if this power of the Night Warrior actually is going to somehow start to change her. Shaw?
What needs done?
Oh, he's got more to say. The king was taken on my watch. I should have had more agents assigned to him. This is what happens when I let my guard down. When I allow my... No, damn it. This was her doing. I won't blame myself for finding happiness. Anduin would be the first to tell me that. We're going to find him. The others too. Whatever it takes. I know what he's referring to. That was in the book. Stay a while and listen.
King Greymane, you shouldn't remain out in the open like this. You're too tempting a target.
If Sylvanas had wished to capture me, she would have done so along with Anduin. No. She wanted to leave me behind, to torment me with the loss of yet another of our king.
Still, we need you in the throne room. There are matters of state that must be overseen until the king's return.
Anduin entrusted Tyrallion with command of our military forces. The Stormwind nobles support him serving as regent and protector of the realm.
I don't question the High Exarch's ability to defend the Alliance. But as a king yourself, don't you think you should...
You and Tyrallion need to safeguard our citizens from the return of the Scourge. I need to focus on doing whatever I can to find Anduin and the others.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Greymane almost called Anduin his son. I can understand that he's trying to, basically see him as another son, but, after what happened to his son back in the Gilnean Starter Zone, but... Also, I, of course, would not put it past Sylvanas to, of course, want to torment Greymane. Because the thing is that we have learned about Sylvanas is that she has a tendency to lose her temper. If you really push her buttons, she will lose it. We've seen this. We saw this at Teldrassil, and we saw this when she fought Sourfang in the front of the gates of Orgrimmar, when he started taunting her about how she just kept failing, and then she lost it. Now, whether or not that was intentional or not, that's a matter of debate, and, you can be the judge of that, but it's something that I have heard other people say, that it's an example of how Sylvanas has this tendency to be very quick to temper. So, and she, of course, would be kind of spiteful, and, hold grudges, because, hey, it's not like she didn't hold a grudge against Arthas all the time, right? Why wouldn't she hold a grudge against all the people who opposed her and caused some of her plans to go awry during BFA? Right?
Can I help you?
I mean, because after all, that is exactly who she captured. People who opposed her and ruined her plans of BFA. Bane, Thrall, Jaina, Anduin. Oh, and Tyrande, but hey, Tyrande killed them, so. The Scourge can strike anytime, anywhere. To counter their unpredictability, the Ardent Crusade has secured key locations along the southern road, heading east. However, I have yet to receive any reports from our scouts in the field. With the erratic nature of these attacks, I fear the worst. Travel the road and take stock of our outposts. I'll be expecting a full report when you return. Light be with you. No. Light won't be with me. That's not how demon hunters work, pal, but anyways. You know what I have noticed?
Bring Lieutenant Vernon up to speed before you return. He will be awaiting your initial reports in Darkshire.
Yes, I'm sure he will. Oh gosh, we're going to Goldshire. But you know what I haven't noticed? Infested cockroaches and such. Just random portals. Like, it feels like the Scourge invasion has not even hit us yet. Because there should be a bunch of plagued little roaches or, creatures and such. There should be zombies running around. And so far, there has been none of that. It's a good thing I turned general chat off. We just got into Elwyn Forest, Anyone who knows anything about Goldshire means you turn off chat and you pay attention. In terms of, be on the lookout to try and, be mindful of your surroundings in a place like this, There's a reason that this place is rather infamous. And yes, I do mean infamous.
Well met.
Gregor sent me to gather reports. Do you have any news? Our patrols report outbreaks of Scourge activity to the east. Our forces are shaken but holding the line. I sent a scout to speak with guard Captain Josephine in Red Ridge, but they have yet to return.
Farewell.
Alright. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. I almost went to Westfall. Durr. It's been a while since I've been here, you can tell. I'm just like, oh, wait. No, not Westfall. Red Ridge, that's right, over here. Which is funny, because I did like the questing in Red Ridge. I'll never forget the one quest over here that was titled where it was right here at Shelwood Canyon. You got in the gigantic tank and just mowed down enemies all the way through here. Oh, that was a really fun quest. You know what? Hold on. As much as I want to show this off, this mount here, I feel like, as a Demon Hunter, I should probably use a mount that's a little bit more appropriate for a Demon Hunter. Now, of course, you guys have seen me use this mount a lot on this guy during my playthrough of us going through Kultiras. This could also work. Very fell focused, right? Then again, there is this mount I got the other day. Yeah, let's do that. So, take a look at how this thing flies. Ooh, ooh. Also, the little thing on the cockpit closes to kind of protect me. It's actually kind of funny in that regard. It also sometimes go whee. Oh, hey, a frost worm. And it froze everybody. That's really cool.
Need help?
Speak quickly. Gregor sent me the Scourge. They're They're already here? The Scourge's presence continues to grow. Without proper reinforcements, Stormwind may soon be under siege. Deliver this report. Inform Gregor that the situation is more than we anticipated.
Careful.
Now we have to go speak to Fairbanks in Duskwood. Best of luck. Right there. You see that? Vroom, vroom. Just kind of funny how you're going along and all of a sudden just kind of... Whee! A vengeful Geist.
Well met.
He raised his weapon, aiming it threateningly in her direction. You! Never sneak up on me like that again! I could have killed you! Really? Dude, I'm a demon hunter. That would have just kind of tickled me. What are you doing here? It's not safe! You're talking to a demon hunter, pal. Trust me. I can handle this. Commander Gregor sent me to gather reports. What? Gather the reports? But our courier should have reached Stormwind long before now. They've yet to receive any reports. Give me what you have and I'll make sure it gets delivered.
For the Alliance.
You should check up on Vernon and Darkshire. If it's this bad here, I can't imagine what its forces must be facing. Alright. By the way, notice the ghouls are level 50. Let's go ahead and use this. The most recent of the achievement mounts. I was really happy to get this one. I've got 3 of these. Both the one that drops from Ragnaros and the purple one for the achievement to the Firelands raid. And look at this, we got a Frostworm just kind of circling Darkshire. Multiple Frostworms. So if anyone thinks it's just ghouls or anything, no, it's Frostworms too. Risen Fiend. You know what's funny is that after the events of Legion, it's actually kind of nice to see that apparently this town is actually back to being populated. Now, perhaps some of these people that are here are probably the same NPCs from before, which I would like it if there were a whole bunch of brand new NPCs to really show the continuity of what happened in the Rogue quest in Legion.
You need something?
Gregor sent you? This is far worse than we thought. Commander Gregor must be told of the true extent of the Scourge's resurgence. Before you depart, we are in desperate need of reinforcements. These reports must reach Commander Gregor, but if you would help us thin the Scourge's numbers first, it would grant us a much-needed reprieve. Ah, we got frozen. Killed 12 Scourge in the area. Now, what's interesting about this, there is not one mention of the cult here on the Alliance side.
I don't have a target.
By the way, look at this. I have 2 sets of wings. It's the trinket from Rathian.
Away.
Yeah, I've got the trinket from Mythic Rathian. I tagged it. This is one of those situations where you don't have to worry about finishing off, just focus on tagging it. I don't want to kill everything too fast, then I'd be stealing all the kills from everybody. I mean, there's plenty of players here, so
I need a target.
damage is not going to be an issue. It's just going to be a matter of actually tagging everything. There we go.
Hey there.
Thank you, Demon Hunter. We will need all the strength that we can muster in the coming days. Deliver my report to Commander Gregor. He must be informed of what we are up against. The Scourge's numbers are on the rise, and if they do not abate, then the light will help us all.
Be careful.
Again, no mention of the cult here on the Alliance side. We had to deal with the cult on the Horde side in the Barrens, but only the Scourge here in Elwyn. I find it interesting the cult is going after the Horde, but not the Alliance. I don't know. I may be reading too much into that. It's certainly possible. By the way, going back to what Talia was saying, I can understand Talia's anger about the situation, but at the same time, Bolvar is the one who demanded that Tyrion and everyone else keep it a secret. And of course he wouldn't want Talia to know about what happened to him. But now that's gonna have to be, that has to be that cannot happen off camera. I have to see that happen on camera. That needs to be like a cutscene in itself, where Talia and Bolvar just have this reunion. Like, that cannot be an off-camera thing, where it's like, hey, by the way, we met and talked and everything, and we didn't get to see it? I will be very upset if they just don't let us see that, you know? I'm just like, come on. Oh, wait, I have to go talk to this guy first. I was going straight back to Lion's Fall. I'm going to dedicate a day at some point to go after that mount. And I'm going to try and see if I can actually make it a video out of it.
For the Justicar, she has our full support. Our reinforcements will be arriving shortly.
Greetings.
I will see to it that King Greymane and the Lord Commander receive these reports, though I fear this is only the beginning. This courier has just brought us dire news from Icecrown. It appears that we are not the only ones under assault. I saw him, and Light saved me. He saw me too. Champion, your aid is needed. We received word from our forces in Northrend. Justicar Trueheart requests our immediate assistance. As you are an experienced demon hunter, I ask that you answer the call. The urgency of the summons cannot be ignored, even if it means having the terrors of Icecrown itself. Braving the terrors of Icecrown itself, sorry. I know that you fear for the safety of everyone here. I will continue to coordinate our efforts and call in additional reinforcements. Light be with you. Oh, don't bother. The Light doesn't go anywhere near a demon hunter. Unless, of course, I was to be forced to become a Lightforge by a Supreme Naru, but that's besides the point.
See you later. What can I do for you?
I mean, he's... to calm down, Curry. Take a breath. Now, tell me what happened. We found him. We found the Blight Caller. I was on patrol like I had done 100 times before, only there he was, sitting on the front porch of that old house with those terrible dogs. And I swear he smirked at me and stared with those fiery red eyes, and he's at the Maristead. Our forces have him surrounded, but you should probably gather your friends. I don't think he plans to surrender. You don't say.
See you around.
Alright. So first we have to go after Nathanos first. I'm just thinking in my head, what's the fastest way for me to get there? As Alliance. As Horde, I could just go straight to Undercity and then go over there. But as Alliance? I mean, I guess I could just take a Flight Master. What's funny is, as a Paladin, I can just go to Dalaran and Legion, take the portal to Light's Hope Chapel, and then just go over here. Well, I'm going to cut it off here, and I'm going to do some traveling to get over there so we can finish off Nathanos, and then we will return to turn it in, and then we will head to Icecrown. Stay tuned.